Hey, sweethearts. It's Rowan, and you're going to watch me sort of watching the YouTubes while I make some jewelry. So, I am making, where to go? Right here. So, I've showed them off in, at least one of my other videos. I've got some. I do make jewelry, beaded jewelry. So this is a pair of earrings. Both of them look about the same, and this is another. Oh wait, where's the other one? This is another. Actually, I was going to change the findings on these and send them to a friend, but I might have some beads left over to make something similar, but that's right, I was going to change out the findings on those, the attachments, and send them to a friend. So this is one of my favorites. So this is a full rosary length, with the 5 decades, and then the jobby, and so we've got, and this is abalone and nacre, or mother of pearl, set in resin into a little skull. And then there's this one. I think this is just quartz that's been painted. I don't think it's anything too special. I could go down to World of Rocks in Ypsilanti and see if it is something special. And I really like this one. And then this I was talking about the other day, and I don't know why I haven't sold this one yet. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah, I forgot, so the station, my station, WFKU, we're back up and running for the first time in several weeks. I was kind of late logging in, so, I completely forgot that I was going to try and do some live streaming, on that. So, let's see, what can I jewelry today? So I was just going to make a couple other, no, not those findings, the earrings. Let us make something. Ooh, I should do something with these. So I found these. I think it was at Joanne. Do I have another set of them? I should pick up another set. I should get some money for another set. Because this is an extra broke month for me. At least until after Convergence, because that is just the way shit is. So, so these are some really neat little ear findings. I like to think I have another set somewhere, so, they just would, loop around the ear, and so we've got some dangles, and I could probably, I've got some ideas to, I'd be using my ear as a base, but, I was thinking maybe something to wrap around in some wire wrap, sort of deal. But, please get back in the little envelope, dear. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I think it was Joanne. I think those were at Joanne. And I've got so much shit right now. And I got more shit too. So I got more skull beads, but these There's not very good light right here. Let me see if I can move the books. And if that would... I've got you, set up a slightly better light. I've got you set up on a stack of hardback books, and, fuck it. So, these are more of my skull beads that some of my friends know me for, and except these are purple. So, I've got a few ideas. It's just, now it's a matter of putting those ideas all together. Okay, so there's another one of those. Is it just the one? I think it's just the one. And, don't let anybody tell you can't do it, because you definitely can. And if you go to a golf club and something else, somebody likes something, requests something, or a DJ puts something on. Okay, there's some skulls. Acrylic. These are... What are these ones? I think these are mostly acrylic. I think there's some glass in here, but I think most of these are acrylics. Those are definitely acrylic. Oh! There's more of these. And so I might be able to make another one sort of right there. Hello! Okay, skulls. I had black skulls. Where for art the black skulls? Why don't I? I swear I had more left. Okay, there's the cheap-ass skulls. Okay, so I know what I'm doing with that then. I swear I had black skull beads. And not just the ones that are on the one necklace. I really don't want to order more. Oh hey, I can probably make a second one. Okay. Okay, there's my wires. And there's just a bunch of random shit. Was I gonna do something with these? I don't know. Okay. So, I'm not sure where my black beads were, which is pissing me off. I had skull beads, like these, only they were the little ones, like the little ones in here, like these. So they were about this size, and they were black. And I swear I had some left over from that one necklace I made, and now I can't find them. Okay, let's see, we've got... Okay, those are cheap metal. Okay, so we've got key charms, we've got pre-beaded chain. I feel stupid getting that, but it was nice, I liked it. Okay, we've got more key things. I don't know why I got all these fucking keys. Why do I have 2 of these? I like to do my stuff one of a kind, so the fact that I got 2 of these without an intention... I probably picked up one at one... Oh, I did pick up one at one time, and then I picked another one up fairly recently, and... I probably just forgot that I had it. So, I got these at Bead Gallery today, as well as these beads. These are purple. You can't see very well in the light here. And these, which are... They're a lavender, but they're kind of an iridescent thing. And I also got these, which are a bit more of a smoky kind of amethyst color, but they're checked glass. And then, so I got a couple of I got a couple more of these that I've already had. We've got a little bat, and then we've got this sassy little skeleton. And then I got a couple more of, so I got a couple more of those, and I got a few different, three-point connectors, and... Ah! Oh, shit. There are beads all over. There are beads all over now. So I got those at Bead Gallery today, and I found out when I went in there that they're being priced out of downtown Ann Arbor. They've been in Ann Arbor, oh, longer than I have. I want to say they've been there since about 1986. And they're finally being priced out. I mean, I know bead shops, like dedicated bead shops, brick and mortar style, aren't doing too well to begin with, but they've been there for 30 years. They've been in Ann Arbor for 30 years. They used to be in the basement of the location that they're currently at, but I guess the owner of the building hasn't had anything in the basement for some time, and so they moved up to the ground floor, and okay, so those are alike, and I think I've got another string of those. Almost. Those are a bigger size. And, so then what happened, so they've been on the ground floor for the last, I want to say, since before I moved to Lansing. So they've been on the ground floor since before I moved to Lansing, and, oh, okay, so we've got another one of those, the big ones. Oh, I've got a dragonfly. And they'd been doing okay, but most of the time they've been, like, just barely getting by, and now they've finally been priced out. I was kind of wondering when that would happen. We're losing all of the local color in Ann Arbor, and I've got a couple friends who are afraid that people are going to start being priced out of Ypsilanti. I've got one friend, Alexis, she swears it's already happening, and here I am thinking, you know, like, curious about how... Aha, I did have another string of those. Curious about how glad I should be that I've got this place that I'm at, because I honestly can't imagine living another place right now. Not at this point in my life. I'd like to move out of this area eventually, but I don't think I'm at a time when that needs to happen just yet, so... Okay. So... I love Jack's films. I've been watching him since forever, since, I want to say before anybody really knew who he, like, I want to say I got into his channel before, oh, where'd these come from? We've got little handcuff things. I know what I was going to do with these. I know what I was going to do with those. I want to say before his Snuggie video that everybody, you know, sort of knows about him from these days. Or at least, you know, that's the one everybody found out about him from ages and ages ago. Okay, so purple skulls, and this is where some more purple skulls went to. I'm gonna let this go until I get sick of it. And I have a high tolerance for repetitions, so... Okay. Yeah, I guess I did. I either lost them or the cats did something with them. But yeah, so... Bead Gallery, they are going out of... Well, you know, the store's closing, so... everything is 30% off, and... I might go back this month before... I might go back again before Convergence. Depends on what... Depends on if I have any more ideas for a thing to make. So let's see. Okay. So let's see. I've got... You know, this is one of those things... the Evil Eye. And I picked this up thinking, okay, that's just really neat. I'll do something with it eventually. And I just now got an idea what I wanted to do with it. I think I'm going to make one of those, slave chain type of bracelets with this. And I'm going to, maybe chain a few skulls up around here before I do the, thing. So let's see. I want some... what's here? I have no idea. What the fuck was I doing here? I don't know. I end up doing a lot of things, and then I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Why did I do that? Nobody knows. I actually have very few unfinished, half-finished, barely started projects. I did have another set of those. Okay. What's the... oh, that's more earring shit. Actually very glad I have very few things where I started something and then I didn't even get very far, and then I'm like, what the hell was I doing later? I've got very few things like that. What the hell? Oh! More of my white charms. Okay! I can do quite a few things here. Don't want that. Hey, hey. Earring backs. I didn't necessarily get these for projects. I might want to turn that down a bit. I didn't necessarily get the earring backs for projects, but because I'm always losing them... I mean, if you wear earrings, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna want a couple of those. And I had some brass chain... ah ha ha, okay. Okay, so... let's see. Now, I was saying... cat food. I don't know how it ends up in the front room. I really don't. Please don't question me. So, I started saying a bit ago that I like to do one-of-a-kind pieces. So, the fact that I got 2 of the, peacocks, that kind of bothers me. That, it's like... I don't like things to be... I don't like too many similar things. I like my pieces to be more or less one of a kind. I mean, I guess if a friend really wants me to replicate something and I have the ability to do it, I will, but, you know, which is why I don't label any of my necklaces on Artfire as one of a kind, because I guess, you know, like I said, as long as I can get the materials, and you really want me to replicate it, I will, but I don't like to do that. I like them to be one-of-a-kind. They're one-of-a-kind pieces. Like, even if it's acrylic beads, I'm just like, you know, this is something that, you know, this is a piece of me that happened, and it's a piece of my life and my creative notes, and it's not going to happen again, so enjoy it while it's here. And okay.
Under Roman system, brine, the salt ice water mixture, freezes at 0 degrees, water at 7.5 degrees, normal human body temperature was 22.5 degrees, and water's boiling point was 60 degrees. Desiring to make calculations easier, i.e. produce fewer fractions, and to increase the precision of the scale by increasing the number of distinguishable parts within it, granularity, Fahrenheit decided to multiply each value by a factor of 4 and he set to work. According to this published article on the subject, he started with the brine and the blank thermometer. He then assigned the point where the thermometer was the lowest as 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, he placed the thermometer in still water just as ice was beginning to form, and eventually assigned this 32 degrees Fahrenheit. He then measured human body temperature and assigned...
I like these better than I like some of the other wire nips I've seen. They're a bit softer on me. I can, I've got some dexterity issues in this hand with carpal tunnel syndrome. So I can just, like, grab these up and, like, mangle them however I need to, depending on how my hand is feeling. Granted, if my hand is really bad, I'm not even fucking making jewelry that day, but, when I can, right? So... No, that's a nip.
6 degrees. Of course, normal body temperature is a bit of a misnomer here, with it varying from person to person, and even varying quite a bit from individual based on a variety of factors such as time of day, age, etc., commonly ranging from about 97 to 99 degrees. As for the Celsius temperature scale, it has been around...
My body temperature tends to be just a little under 97.
Conversion of most of the world's metric system in the 1960s and 1970s. And Celsius from 1701 to 1744 was also a physicist as well as an
Oh,
astronomer.
dropped it. Okay, there we go. So this is the ring part. So I've wrapped that around, and it's going to be a little, I'm going to make it a little loose on me because, most people have bigger hands than I do. In fact, when I went to Sally one time to look for some scissors for trimming my own hair, which I do myself because, I just trim off dead ends. I'm without getting into all of the convoluted... Hey, Nigel. Nigel butt. And we see his butt. So without getting into all of the convoluted spiritual reasons, basically, I'm not allowed to cut my hair, but I do kind of want it down right now. I'm not allowed to cut my hair. I'm allowed to trim it, so, like, I trim the dead ends, like, every other month, roughly seasonally, so every other month, every 2 to 3 months. Like I said, roughly seasonally, I trim my hair, the dead ends, and then what happens is, so I went in to get scissors, because I had a pair of scissors, but they basically got destroyed. And so I went in for new scissors just a couple years ago, and the woman at Sally, I was like, what size scissors would you recommend? Is it really, is it going to be a huge thing? And she says, well, if it's for something like trims, you're going to want something, roughly the size of the diagonal on your hand. And, that's, like, the rule that, that's, like, just a general, hi, kitty, this is Murnau's butt. Parade of cat butts. Phoebe, show them your butt. So we were looking through the scissors, and I finally found, like, the 5-inch scissors, which I think kind of came a little bit, they were still a little bit bigger than I needed. Or a little bit bigger than what would be recommended to me. I've got this hat. I've got this cat hat. It's got the ears and the muzzle. I think there's a couple pictures of me on Instagram wearing it. And it's got the flaps that come down on the side, and, they're paw-like flaps. This is a child's hat. This is a child's hat, and it fits me well. It's a tiny bit snug, like, if you're really looking, you can see it doesn't quite fit me as it's intended to, but it fits me just enough that, the average person isn't going to notice, and, I am going to feel, well, basically, I'm going to feel like, what the hell? Oh, I think that was just lightning. So, I hope that's the only reason that my internet was acting stupid earlier. Okay, this is a garbage bag started. I have 2 small-sized bins. that fit under my, my what? Oh wait, this is silver chain on here. Okay, I don't want to use that on this, because that's for us. I do have some brass wire, so... Oh, that's just close enough, which is what I was looking for. So let's see, what are some good beads that will go with this? I don't collect a lot of blue beads. Definitely none of this color. Oh, I remember what these are left over from now. Okay, so... Oh, wait. Let's, yeah, do we think the sort of peacock swirl glass ones are gonna go with this? I think that's plastic. It's like not even the good acrylic plastic. That's... Okay, so let's...
It's a manipulation of our society by people who don't really care about our society. They care about the business, they care about the bottom line.
Yeah, it's the cheap-ass plastic ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Okay, let's start out with that many. And,
He didn't do it until people deleted their profiles and started closing their accounts. He didn't care about America until it was going to hit his bottom line, or he thought that the trend might go the wrong way. And so in that, it just made me more disgusted with him.
Many believe Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook is now doing everything it can to ensure users' data is locked down, and it can't be obtained again by third parties like Cambridge Analytica. But what about the data that's already out there, the data that was derived from those Facebook accounts, the data that appeared to form the basis for these personality profiles? If we can get a copy of it, users would be naive to assume that someone else can't as well. Facebook's Cambridge Analytica scandal has prompted comparisons to the Wild West, legislators declaring the harvesting of data.
there we go. Okay. So... I don't have anybody here right now, so...
They are receptive to based on their personality and psychological profile. You're very likely to say, where do I wire the check? We showed veteran campaign consultant Rick Ritter an anonymized version of the data we have. He says it's a disturbing departure from the kind of thing you normally see on a campaign. I've never seen it, certainly in Colorado, and never seen it like that in any national campaigns for the U.S. or in the UK. Personality data has some real implications for democracy throughout the world, because fundamentally what you're able to do is identify, or think you're identifying, individuals who perhaps have a neurotic personality, and therefore they're going to be more likely, more susceptible to be persuaded by, so we say, apocalyptic messages. If I knew that you were an open personality, I might have more optimistic language. So you can apply that messaging in a more
Son of a bitch.
right. We've moved to a place where all politics is customizable. This goes way beyond what has been done before. The data we've seen dates from 2014 in Colorado, when Cambridge Analytica was contracted by super PACs or external funding bodies to aid in the effort to get Republican candidates
Sorry I'm not being incredibly talkative right now, but, it's... working with my loop.
So, in terms of agreeableness, you're more agreeable than your husband. That would be true. True. Also on the list, Deborah and her husband, who live down the street, Janice. So how surprised are you that a foreign company might hold this kind of... Very surprised. I mean, that's probably disturbing. Why do you think? Because that's personal information. Just be able to have strangers be able to kind of make assessments about who we are and what our views are, whether it's accurate or inaccurate. I don't.
Okay, so let's see.
I mean, is it disturbing and distressing enough that you would think twice about engaging? Absolutely, absolutely. It gives me pause to think about what information. And then I'm questioning, like, if I scroll down something, like, or what's involved in the post, if that's them gathering data as well, it makes me really hesitant to even want to engage to that degree. It's a neighborhood that puts a premium on privacy. Many residents we tracked down were reluctant to discuss the story on their front porches and certainly not on camera. A number wanted to see their data but were unwilling to do interviews, too upset by the way their privacy had already been abused. Others, like Barbara, didn't mind so much.
There we go. We're starting.
A lifelong Republican and a Facebook devotee. Do you use your like button a lot on Facebook? I love it. I love. Or both. Her personality profile felt the most accurate of anyone we met. It suggested she's an introvert. Yeah, I tend to be naturally, yes, but I can open up, especially at one-on-one in a crowd. I can if I know I have to, but I'm most comfortable to be quiet. And finally, neuroticism is one of the other categories here. You're not particularly high on that scale, so you're not a worrier about external threats. That's not something that I'm not, because I have peace. I just have peace in Jesus Christ, and that's honestly how doesn't matter what's happening around me because I'm at peace. Does it worry you that somehow people have kind of extracted this information about you from your online profile? Didn't worry me because I figured they were. So you've always assumed that anything you put out there that it's going to be collated in some way. Yeah, I just figured they were. Well, Barbara was right. She says she doesn't mind that someone harvested her Facebook details, but others do. CA told Facebook it deleted the information, but clearly there are profiles derived from that work that circulate still today, and capturing them all feels an impossible task, even for Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, let's do a third one. Oh, hello, Murnau. We've got Murnau right here. Let's see. Hello. Hello, Mr. Cat. Little Murnau. Meow, meow, meow.
We are working hard to tackle past abuse. The ICO has launched an investigation into Cambridge Analytica, and we are assisting with this. And Cambridge Analytica themselves told us they have never passed any data to external parties, adding that they had deleted the data harvested from Facebook and took steps to ensure that third parties did so too.
Okay.
So I have avoided jumping on the make a video about Eugenian kitty bandwagon for a really long time. But a friend on Facebook messaged me today being like, have you seen Eugenian on YouTube? Like, you know, what are your thoughts on this? 'Cause,
Yeah, I've got a rather kind of organic approach to my designs. I'm just like, what sounds like a good idea here? And, you know, I use my own hands to model things a lot.
And I kind of feel like a lot of people making these videos don't really get where Eugenia Cooney's coming from in her perception of herself in the world. I really don't. And I feel like I have a pretty good insight into what she is like, because essentially I used to be Eugenia Cooney back in about 2003. And I was at my lowest weight, which was somewhat thinner than Eugenia is now. Not a huge amount, but, you know, a bit thinner than she is now. Not, you know, not to brag, just to give you a kind of, that's kind of, I was in...
Oh, that does look well together. That does go well together.
Yeah, I was totally obsessed with taking pictures of my body, posting them online. And,
Oh, this is going to be lovely, isn't it?
Any kind of bonespo, thinspo, extreme thinspo website these days, there are usually still pictures of me, like literally from 2003, pre-history. They are still there. And that kind of gives you a bit of an insight that a lot of people don't have. People who never had an eating disorder, or people who have never been a very low weight anorexic, because it's kind of, you know, eating disorders and your perception of yourself and all of that, it does vary, you know, not even just depending on weight. There are a lot of different motivations behind it. So speaking for myself, and I do believe pretty much speaking for kind of where Eugenia is at too, I never saw myself as fat, ever, when I was that amazing. I knew exactly what I looked like. It wasn't this, oh my god, they're skeletal, but they look in the mirror and see a blob. That's not an across-the-board statement. That is a stereotype of anorexia, and not everybody buys into it. I knew exactly what I looked like. I mean, I would not have posted a shitload of pictures all over the internet if I thought I looked like a blob. And Eugenia, you know, just any of her videos, your average YouTuber, they make a video that is them at home. I mean, sure, you know, if you're vlogging somewhere, it's different. But if you're at home, pretty much 9 out of 10 YouTubers, it looks like this. They're sitting here, you see this. Eugenia's videos, she has placed the camera way over there so that she can stand and squish herself. You know, all her videos, she's
Oh yeah, this is going to look nice. This is going to be very nice. And, you know, I was a little disappointed at first that I don't have any of the AB sort of crystals. That I've got a lot of black, and I've got a lot of clear crystal, and I've got a lot of purple. I've got these, which are a blue heavy AB sort of thing. How are these? How are these? Yeah, glass aqua luster. But I was like, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know, this is really gonna, like, make the evil eye part stand out, and there's just enough of a peacock iridescence on the other bead, on the black beads, that this is gonna look lovely.
Because your average YouTuber, big, fat, normal YouTubers, they don't get told that. They don't set the whole internet alight with concern and freaking out. And I don't think I'm saying that she's an attention seeker. It's just literally a validation of your disease. It's a validation of how well you're
Please get down. Get down from the plant, hun.
You know,
Thank you, dear.
Oh my God, she's perfect.
These cats know exactly what I'm saying at all times. My young man I'm cohabitating with, he's, I don't know, sometimes he thinks, like, maybe I'm a bit too, you know, much with the cats, you know, like, you know, I'll stand there and say, excuse me to the cats, and he's just like, you know, and he laughed. Well, he did at first. He's learning now that these cats know exactly what I'm talking about.
you know, and they're not emaciated. They're not bones sticking out all over the place. They're just skinny people, slim, normal people you pass on the street and think, oh, she's pretty. Basic from an anorexic's point of view. Eugenia and myself, when we were at very low weights, you want to be told you look like death. You want to be told people are scared for you. You want to be told that you look disgusting, that you look like a freak. You want to be told all of that because it means you're succeeding. It means you're beating everyone. And every bit of the hysteria that Eugenia receives just feeds into that, which I think is precisely why she lies like a politician. I mean, the most recent one, the one that got me seeing some of these Eugenia Cooney videos that people have been making for the first time in ages, was that, you know, the one, some little girl, she sounded kind of British, northern, maybe from Liverpool or somewhere. She looked about 12 maybe, and she made this plea.
Oh, this is going to be lovely.
I love your channel, you're my favourite YouTuber, but I really worry about you and I want you to seek help. And somebody had posted something that Eugenia had said on You Now, responding to this little girl. And she made up a bunch of excuses why she hadn't responded, but eventually she said, but I was like, oh, that video was so nice. You know, she seemed like such a sweet little girl, and it was such a sweet video, and it was really sweet, but she kind of like politically slithered out of actually saying anything. You know, this girl had said, will you get help? You know, there were a lot of questions in the video. Will you get help? What is wrong? Will you please just do whatever you need to do? And she never responds to any of that. And there's clearly a lot of reasons for that. And I think one of them, unfortunately, is YouTube. Eugenia has this enormous following and is clearly becoming more and more and more withdrawn from the real world because of this. That her whole identity is centered around being the skeleton queen. I mean, and you can understand why. You can understand why you would be reluctant to recover or even to admit to anything if you were in her position. Because I don't know how many subs she's got at the moment, whether she's up to 1 million yet or what, I don't know. But she is flying very, very high in YouTube rankings.
Pulled out just the right amount. I got out 13 of the black iridescent peacock beads, and I was going to do 5 and 5 and then 3 in the center, and that is just going to be lovely, isn't it?
It's gone from like Eugenia, I'm kind of worried, and people making jokes like, dude, a cheeseburger kind of thing, and it's you know, gone to this like, oh my god, you're dying kind of thing. And,
this is I'm probably going to end the live stream once I finish the bracelet. But basically, like, you know, I wanted to make up for the fact that I didn't do the live stream during my show, like I said I'd be doing, which I kind of feel bad about, like I said earlier on, because, you know, the station is back up and running with a emergency backup server and everything right now. So it's been up and running for the first time in like 3 weeks, and I didn't even do the live stream like I said I would, and some petty homophobe on, I know even what group, on Facebook decided to zuck me, because I identify as a fag, right? But, you know, you can't say that on Facebook, even if it's clear from context that you self-identify with it. And here's the funny thing, is I reported somebody in the same group for dropping the N-bomb. Clearly a white guy dropping the N-bomb, saying that word shouldn't be offensive. And I've got screen caps of Facebook, you know, people responding to me with their little form letters saying, this does not violate our terms of service. But me self-identifying as a fag, that violates terms of service. A white guy dropping the N-bomb, saying it should not be an offensive word, that does not violate their terms of service. So, I've got about 19 days left before I can even go on, you know, well, from my primary account. I've got a secondary account that I use for situations like this. So,
where are her actual friends? Where is her actual life? In her early 20s,
okay.
she should be
You
doing
got
something.
1,
I mean,
2,
fuck the
3,
fact that
4,
she's
5.
probably making mint off YouTube and doesn't need to work. Fuck that. That's you know, ignore that. Life is the living. You know, just because you've got the money to stay at home all day and do nothing doesn't mean that's any fun. You know, if you've got the money to comfortably exist in the era of leisure, then go out and do something like that. Travel or go to college and just learn philosophy for fun. Hang out with your friends.
Oh, there's the other one.
I don't know, go on a roller coaster with your camera and take some cool pictures. And you never see any of that. You never see her hanging out with people really anymore. You never hear her talking about like anything she's been doing. Her existence seems to be boiled down to.
Oh, this is going to be lovely.
Strangers, and
This
is
is
going to be complete strangers because her following is so huge.
this is going to be lovely. This is lovely. Oh, I've had this here with me for so long, thinking, what the hell should I do with it? What should I do with it? It's such an odd little piece. I was thinking for a while, maybe a choker, and, but I didn't know, but I was trying to think, you know, no, it's got the 3 points, but it's in such a weird way. I don't necessarily want to, you know, I didn't want it to droop down like this, because, you know, this looks more like eyelashes, right? Oh, this is going to be lovely.
Online, obviously you do get sucked into that, and, you know, even for myself, as a pretty tiny YouTuber as things go, yeah, you do notice that you're not bothered so much when you don't see friends, and you're not bothered when your local club shuts down, in my case, and you're not bothered when there aren't things to do, because you can get dressed up and you can do this, and you can talk to people, and it's great, and I fucking love it, just as every YouTuber who sticks at it does. Love it, it's fun. But you've got to have some fucking tie, some anchor to the real world too, or you will, I don't know, just go a bit crazy, I think. And if you already have mental health issues, and then your channel becomes based around this weird, warped kind of cliche of yourself as this mental health issue, I think that's worrying.
Oh, this is lovely. This is going to be so lovely.
The issue of, you know, how much are you responsible for somebody else's eating disorder, particularly a stranger on the internet? And actually, you know, Kitty seemed to be like, well, you know, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Kitty, but kind of like what I got from you was that you felt, you know, you can't really be responsible for a 12-year-old that's watching you across the country, whereas I actually feel kind of different. I feel, yes, I do feel that Eugenia is responsible for people being triggered by her at this point. Because, yeah, as I say, with me, I was posting to an eating disorder board. I was putting trigger warnings on. I was not gratuitously flaunting my bones and lying about it. I think that is a step too far. Does Eugenia care that she's triggering small children and possibly driving them to starve themselves and die? No, I don't think she does.
This is gonna be so lovely, and this is actually the first piece, you know, like this. This is the first, you know, slave sort of bracelet that I've done ever. I just, you know, I've had ideas for them and thinking, you know, oh, I could do that maybe, but, but, you know, I just haven't thought, you know, let's do it. You know, I just haven't had the, you know, the pieces that worked quite well. So, so I've got this kind of goal to make 2 pieces a week, between now and Convergence, just so that I have extra jewelry. I also need to reprint a few different button designs, but, you know, I don't mind so much if I run out of any one of those designs. But I do want to reprint the ones that I have run out of.
cheeks. It's, you know, it's well known that you just end up with a rounder face. You, like, these parts of your face kind of here get wider. You end up with a pretty normal looking face. Sometimes even a fat looking face on a very bony body. So it could be that Eugenia purges, or it could simply be the fact that she's young and younger faces are chubbier. So she looks healthy, she seems bubbly and happy. She's wearing really cute clothes.
Oh yeah, so I've got a relatively average size wrist. This is a perfect size. This is a perfect size. I just need to add the right findings to it. So let's see, we've got the lobster claws here.
Fans are so convinced that he is basically God, can do no wrong, that they will defend him against all odds. And if you say anything like, well, actually driving under the influence, you know, someone like you died,
let's get another ring there.
It's very irresponsible and it's very disgusting, and much as you love him, that cannot be condoned. They will say, how dare you make that idea? It's very much black and white, I think, when you're that young. One, you will defend them to the death and you want to believe everything they say. So when Eugenia says to these kids, yeah, no, like, I don't have a problem, I'm not physically ill, like, there's nothing wrong with me, I've just always been thin, and this is just how my body is. Oh yeah, look, I can get my fingers around my arms and everything. They will believe that. They will believe, oh my god, like, I can just totally look like Eugenia, it'll be fine, and nothing will happen to me. It's not true. So yes, I think there is, like, an honest danger now. So, okay, Eugenia, what can be done? Prognosis-wise, is Eugenia about to drop dead? I would say no. I don't think so. As I said, I've spent a long time in eating disorder communities. The people I know who have eating disorders, we have basically been friends since about 2002, when I was 17, and we still know each other now, and nobody died for a very long time. And there were a lot of low weight, anorexics, bulimics, everything. You know, so we saw all sorts of stuff happen. You know, I've known people who were about 17 to have minor heart attacks, things like that can happen. The person I'm speaking of, they're still alive, they're still a friend today. But nobody really died until late 20s is when eating disorder sufferers start dropping like flies. They start dying in their late 20s, early to mid 30s. Not going to die just yet, I don't think.
There we go.
Who knows?
Oh, look at that. That's lovely. That's lovely. Ooh, I can almost run this down my hand, but like I said, most people have larger hands than I do, so on me, that's a little loose on me, but it should fit somebody else beautifully. It's just a little loose. Oh, that's so lovely. That's so lovely. That's so good for a first go, isn't it? Ah, okay. So let's see. I think the next thing I want to make, one of the necklace styles that I really like is, it was popular with the flappers, is, you know, you've got tassels on the end, so that's why I got two of these. I got two of these to make tassels, and then I want to do some beaded chain, around here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna want a gunmetal sort of chain, and I was going to go with these to look nice and chunky, you know, get a nice flapper style going. So, my price, how I usually price my jewelry is cost of my parts times 3, and since this is basically made of scraps from the resin, skull, rosary, I think this here, and the chain is like nothing. The chain is like, what, like $5 for area of 3 yards, 100 feet. Oh wait. So wait. Oh no, 100 inches. So 100 inches, a little under 3 yards. So yeah, that's like nothing on the chain. Scraps of beads. This, I think this was about $7 this piece. So let's put this at around 35. I love this. This is beautiful. Oh.
She's not going to film that. She doesn't want to solve the mystery and admit.
And you know, I'll come with my jewelry snips and all that. At least the little baby size ones, so that like if somebody wants me to take a couple links off the chain here, in fact I might do that myself because this is really loose.
I think she would be dumped quite harsh into the land of reality. Those would be the realizations that she needs to have. But obviously, I can't just kind of wave a magic wand.
Actually, no. I kind of like the way that goes easy on and off.
Into hospital with some minor little thing. I can't do that. So what you can do is really nothing. It's up to
so let's see. Yeah, I think 35 for this one would be nice. Okay, so let's see. Today is Tuesday. Let's make another one on Friday. Yes, that's a good day to make another one. And Friday, let's make this flapper tassel necklace with this and the chunky square beads and so I'm going to separate these out. I should also make a couple nose chains. I like to make them to order, but
It's unpredictable. It is unpredictable, and there's nothing anyone can do. But those are my kind of insights. And shit, I've talked for half an hour, so I guess it's time for me to shut up. If anyone has anything to add or to say, feel free to do so below. So yeah, bye bye.
Hey everybody, it's Sunny, and in today's video, we're gonna do an uncommon object girl.
so let's see. I need to make a couple nose chains before I go because people like my nose chains. But ooh, idea. Ooh, I've got an idea for these. So, okay, I need to get some Silvertone chain. I don't have Silvertone chain right now. But, okay, so I've got a couple ideas. And oh dear, I've got so many ideas. So, let's see. So yeah, Thursday or Friday, I'm going to make another jobby. Let's see, wire and chain. I've got so many fucking key charms to do on things, and I don't even know why. I just, sometimes when you make jewelry, you just, like, buy up shit, and you're like, what the hell am I going to do with this now? What kind of, did I even have an idea on what I was going to do with this? And I'm like, I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows. Like, when I bought I've got 4 packets. So, like, 4, you know, big, like, you know, 30, what is it? Like a 20-inch, you know, strings of these purple skull beads. And I knew what I wanted to do with them when I ordered them. And now that I have them, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with these? What the fuck am I going to do with this many goddamn purple skulls? Does anybody know what they're going to do with that many purple skulls? I don't know what I'm going to do with that many purple skulls. I'll probably make a rosary out of some of them, but then I've got, like, let's see, there's something around, like, 40 skulls per string, and a rosary only needs, like, 55, well, 55 of one, and then, 4, 5, and then, like, 6 or 7 of another, and so it's, like, I've got, so, like, this would be, like, 1 rosary plus something else, and since I like to do things more or less one of a kind, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with these ones? I don't know. who knows? I can probably really easily, you know, do, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, like, string together a nose chain right now, because, oh, there it is. Because, because I make my own, hooks to get them onto the, to get them onto your nose. So, okay, there's that one, and that can go in there, because, oh, I did have more of those! Okay. No, 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 no. There we go. Oh, I need more of these. Okay. So that's something real easy I can do with some of this right now. Is just... This is going to be the cheapest goddamn nostril chain I've ever made. Okay. Okay, and then we get... Okay, so... Yeah, I like my nostril chains a little bit loose. I know some people like them really close flush to the face. I do not. I like a little bit of... I like a little bit of slack on them. I just think it looks better when there's a little bit of slack on them. Where did it go? There it went. Okay. So, I make my own hooks for them. There we go. I wonder how she's doing. How are you doing? I don't know. She's not watching this. There's no way. I feel like I've had so many friends in my life. But they never last. Anyway, I don't know. She offered to give it to me once, but I was just like, no, it's too cool. I would feel wrong to accept this gift from you. But, okay, so then I wrap that in there. Wait, those are the pinch. Those are the... Okay. And then, so, we notice that it is just straight as a pin down there, but... So then, you know, as long as you've got a standard, I think this is 18 gauge on my own face. So, as long as you've got an 18 gauge, this should be able to just slide. Really? I made it too... Did I make it too... Shit. Okay, well, I broke that. Okay. Okay. I do use a thin wire when I make these.
Anyway, I love old ledger books. This one was a particularly fascinating shape to me. It's very thin, very tall, but I love stuff like this because the handwriting is just so cool to me. So this, let's see when the first entry was made. 1894 is the first time this ledger was written in, but I just love looking at old handwriting. I almost said old people's handwriting. That would have had an entirely different meaning than what I meant. So I'm trying to see what on earth this was a ledger for. I'm not entirely convinced that this is in English, but this must be from the US because they're using dollar signs instead of pound signs. But I can't read it. It's just like, it's so fancy to me that it's absolutely illegible. So I don't know what people were buying, but it was $5.50, but apparently 25 cents. Man, this must have been like some expensive goods back in the day. I mean, $10 back in 1895 was probably like a chunk of change. So this must have been a ledger for very important things. Moving along, I've got something else that's similar, but
it's probably a rent book. Sorry, I'm talking to Bunny Meyer. She's doing this Uncommon Objects haul in the in one of her videos, and she's saying it was like something like $10.50 in 1895 money, and that to me sounds like a rent book. She just bought this antique ledger, so there we go. I made the hook for around the this is a little bit looser than I usually do them, but like I said, I like having a bit of slack on my nostril chains. I just like the dangly. So yeah, this is going to be a really cheap one just because I didn't even make the chain on it. I just made the hook and the and attached the findings. But yeah, this is, you know, like I oh god, the fish hook earring doesn't even match. But I might get silver ones and change that up. But yeah, this is just going to be a really cheap little one. Okay, I've made, oh shit, for an hour and a half, Swift. I've made one bracelet and one nostril chain, and yeah, let's, Thursday or Friday, I'll make another jewelry for Convergence. Alright, well, I will see you again, dears, at another, thing. Oh, wait, no, this isn't an hour and a half, it's a little over an hour. See, I can't see worth shit. Excuse me. Okay, well, I will definitely see you again, and, again, take care, bats and kisses, dear. Excuse me, I love you, bye-bye.